You sign up for the Dharmakaya meditation refuge, meditation retreat. You may be wondering what is Dharmakaya. You're familiar with the word meditation. And now there is another technical term called the Dharmakaya. Okay? And that is why we need to go back to the founder of Dharmakaya meditation. And that is why we need to know who Luang Pu is. Okay? And what his life and what he discovered. But he is the person who rediscovered Dharmakaya meditation, which has been lost more than 500 years after the Lord Buddha passed away. And that is why the word Dharmakaya is not very popular or famous in Theravada school of Buddhism, but it appears to be very common in Mahayana school. There is a reason for that. But what I'm going to show you is that Dharmakaya is nothing new. It exists, okay, in the text, in the Buddhist text. Okay, at least 4 places for sure in the Buddhist text. This is okay. In Thai version, we have 45 chapters. Okay, 45 chapters. The word Dharmakaya exists in the text. Okay, and Dharmakaya is the body of enlightenment. Okay, it's the body of enlightenment. So you are joining the Dharmakaya meditation. To me, the program implies itself that people who practice Dharmakaya meditation will attain the Dharmakaya if you do it right. That's the end of your journey, and that journey, once you achieve that, it takes you a different level of spiritual journey beyond the Dharmakaya attainment. Okay, that's the second part. The third part, you can learn for your whole life. Luang Pu said, in my whole life after I attained it, he studied Dharmakaya, Vijja Dhammakaya every single day. He never one day stopped meditation. And with that, he still have a lot of things that he didn't know. He can go deeper and deeper. It's like you enter the ocean of knowledge, and that ocean is very deep. So you have been spending like 20 years of, sinking yourself into that ocean of knowledge. You still haven't reached the bottom of it yet. Okay, that's amazing. Okay. So, and there's another place that mentioned that the word Dharmakaya as well. Okay, so I hope you see the picture. This is in Mahayana tradition. Word Dharmakaya for them is very common. People know that, no question about it. But Theravada, we still debating: is that true? Is that appear where? And still a debate. But a friend of mine who studied Mahayana Buddhism, I asked him a lot. He said, "This is very common. People know, people believe." And it exists. Okay, they also have their own Buddhist text in Mahayana, which translates from Sanskrit to Chinese and Chinese to English as well. Okay, so if we read the same sutra and we compare, we can see the difference. Okay, like I said, it has been lost almost like 400 years. Okay, so many things have been lost 400 years after the Buddha passed away. Same thing with the Dharmakaya. Even though the word Dharmakaya appears in the text, there is no place in the text, in that 45 chapter, mentioned that how to attain it. How to attain it. Even though you can read it, the question is how can you attain it? Okay. What Dharmakaya or Dharmakaya Foundation have found, the research institute in New Zealand. You can check out the website. And this group of researchers do nothing but dig deeper. Wherever there is a Buddhist scripture in this world, they would locate them, they would go find them, they would study them, even though they're written in different languages. Some languages you don't even know it exists. There are only 1 or 2 persons that can speak or understand that languages. So we send the monk there to learn that language, so the monk can read the text. Okay, facts. And one researcher found interesting fact that in the early Khmer Buddhism, okay, the path to enlightenment is a quest to the Dharmakaya. I was, wow, this is getting closer, interesting. Okay, so is that possible that we can imagine that the Buddha attained Dharmakaya and then all that Dharmakaya is true, it's like a tool for him, okay, to understand, okay, to sink deeper into the different level of knowledge that no one had gone before. Okay, interesting. Without Luang Pu, we would have no idea until now. So that's why Luang Pu is a very important person. the one who dedicated his whole life, try to figure out how can I understand the teaching of the Buddha? How can I attain the Dhamma? What is the Dhamma anyway? What people said? Oh, you can attain Arahant, you can attain a certain level of enlightenment until you become the Lord Buddha. But how did we do that? And what is that thing? What does it mean? And he spent many years, more than 10 years, trying to figure it out. And finally he found it. He found something called the Dharmakaya meditation. And he proclaimed that the Dharmakaya meditation is the original mainstream Buddhist meditation. That's what he said. Okay? If he were still alive today, he would be 135 years old. 135 years old. So he passed away at the age of 74. Okay. Kun Yai passed away at the age of 92. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit quicker. Okay. This is general information. He was born October 1885. His father's name Ngen, his mother named Sudjai. Just normal, a typical Thai family. Okay. He was the second born of the 5 family members. Okay, with sister and brothers. His father ran the rice trading business. They sell rice. They grow rice and they sell rice. Okay, at Song Pinong, Suphanburi. Okay, this is the land that he was born. It looked like a lotus. That's why we call it lotus land. When you look from the top view, it looks like a lotus shape. It's a lotus land in Suphanburi province. He was born on that number 1. That's the lotus land, and in front of the lotus land there is the temple called Wat Song Pinong. Okay, this is the place. The nearest temple nearby his house, but it's just across the river. Okay, his uncle monk stayed there. Okay, so his mom sent him to learn, go to school to the temple. Back then there was no government school available, so most Thai people go to school at the temple, and automatically monks has to play the role as a teacher. Okay, they teach the Thai language, teach the Dhamma. I don't know if they teach mathematics or biology, probably not, right? So he went to learn from his uncle monk. Okay, and his uncle monk later on moved around to teach some of the temple, and he also moved with him, and then later on he moved back and back and forth. Okay, it's not easy to find place to study back then. This is his family business. Okay, he sells rice, and there are many things that Luang Pu is a unique person. Just give you one example. When he was young. Okay, every time he walked past by people's house, he noticed that there is small house. It's like we call it a spirit house or the shrine. Maybe you don't have it in your country, but in Thailand you may notice many places that you pass by. You may see a little house. You may be wondering who would stay in that house. It's too small. Okay, it is a spirit house. Okay, that means spirits stay there, and people just pay respect. And offering food and candle and light and bow and make a wish. Luang Pu have a very discriminative thought that why would people do that? Is this Buddhism? Is this what the Buddha wants me to do? So he, at 7 years old, he ignored to do that. He didn't do it. For me, I still do it because I follow my mom and dad, follow what my grandfather and grandmother do. I have no doubt about it. But for him, no. I'm not going to follow. Why would I do that? Until I know the reason, and then I'll do it. 7 years old. Okay. So there's a turning point why he wants to become a monk. Okay. His father died at the age of 14. Okay. He need to take over the family business, take care of his mom at the age of 14. Okay. And he ordained at the age of 22. Okay. About 5 years. A lot of things happened during that 5 years. Okay, there was one night that along the way from Bangkok back to Suphanburi with the empty boat, they sold rice already. The boat need to go to the very narrow canal, and this place is well known for the pirate-ridden canal. So many people get robbed. Okay, and a lot of people die. Okay, Luang Pu also he got scared, and he didn't want to die. Okay, he said, well, he reflect on his own life. Well, my father do this business. He make a lot of money. He died. My grandfather also do the same business. They make a lot of money and then they die. And myself follow the same path, and eventually I'm gonna die as well. Maybe tonight, if I got robbed by the bandit or the pirate. So he realized that making a living is not easy. It is difficult. Life is suffering. If I die tonight, I die in vain. In one lifetime, selling rice and die. Get nothing. So please, Lord, he make a vow that, if I survive tonight, I want to become a monk. And when I ordain, I'm going to ordain for life. So nothing happened that night. Okay, he passed it smoothly, and then he planned his life about 5 years. He wanted to make sure that his mom is financially secure after he gone. So he worked hard, saved some money for mom, and then he asked permission for him to become a monk. See, he planned. Life needs to be planned to be successful. You yourself need to be planned as well. So he became a monk in July 1903 at Wat Song Binong, the temple across his house, across the river. And his monastic name is Candasaro, means the moon. Surprisingly, Kunyai Chan Khon Nok Yung, there's a Chantra appears here, which means the same as the moon. Kunyai Chantra. I don't know if it's coincidence or not. So, and the second day after his ordination, he right away studied the Pali. He wants to know what the Buddha teach. He right away, he start to practice the chanting. He start to memorize the chanting, and including the monastic rule, which we call the Patimok, 227 rules. He memorized it by heart. Not everyone can do that. So he very dedicated. And while he was studying, he came across the Pali word called avicca paccaya. Avicca paccaya. This one. Avicca paccaya. This word get his attention. He was, what does it mean? So he asked the monks right next to him, do you know what is avicca paccaya? And the monk said, no, I have no idea. In fact, I have no idea what I chant. I just memorize it. I just follow my senior monk. If you ask me the meaning, I have no clue. For him, Luang Pu, for himself, he doesn't like that. He was very upset. You just blind faith, doing things without knowing the reason, say things without knowing the meaning. I don't want to be like that. I want to know exactly what I chant. I want to know exactly what the Buddha said in the text. Like Luang Pu mentioned earlier, back then the text still kept in Pali language, no Thai translation. So Luang Pu cannot read the Pali. So he make a decision that I'm going to go to Bangkok. I'm going to go find teacher. I'm going to be able to one day read the scripture by myself. So he need to learn the Pali. Okay, so he set his goal to go to Bangkok. After that rain retreat, he decided to go to Bangkok. What is avicca anyway? Avicca paccaya. This is one of the most important vocabulary in Buddhism. Okay, avicca, English translation use the word ignorant. Okay, it's the root cause of unwholesome action that cause us to do bad things, that keep us into the samsara, the route of rebirth. This is avicca. It's a very technical term. And he found another sutra. It's called Mahasatipatthana Sutra. This is one of very profound teaching that the Buddha teach about mindfulness practice. For those of you who are either a meditation instructor or a serious meditator or the beginner in meditation, I strongly recommend you to go find this book, this particular sutra, and study by yourself. Okay, it's about 40 pages, not that much. Okay, it's the great discourse on the establishing of mindfulness. Very important. Luang Pu wants to be able to know how the Buddha teach mindfulness. The thing is, he set his goal to be able to translate this particular sutta, and then he will stop learning Pali. Pali is very old language. It's very hard to study. It's very difficult. but he just need to have enough knowledge to understand this particular sutra. That was his initial goal. Okay, so he went to Bangkok. He stayed at Wat Chetupon or Wat Po, is one of the well-known temple that teach Pali back then. So he stayed there. Okay, a lot of things happen. Okay, Luang Pu is a person that if he wants to know something, he will do whatever it takes to achieve that, to know that. So back then, each temple has different teacher who know different things. There is no one place that you can learn from many teachers. If you want to know this topic A, you go to temple A. Sometimes topic C is over there, 50 kilometers from your temple. You have to find your way to get there, to learn from teacher C, to get that knowledge. You see the picture. This is how he traveled, himself in Bangkok back then. Very difficult. Okay. And from time to time, okay, he went on to Dongkha or wandering monk. He stayed in the forest. Okay. Once he know the theory, he want to practice. But in the scripture, there are many places mentioned about the wandering monk meditate in the forest and find the inner peace and enlightenment. Many stories like that. So he also experienced that. Okay, he gave himself a chance to go out to the wood and come back to the city. He did that several times. Okay, but he learned nothing much. Why? Attaining the Dhamma is so difficult. Why meditation doesn't give me any result? That something keep bothering him. At the 12th year of his ordination, he decided to stay in this particular temple, which is the temple that managed by Prajahn Chum. The name Prajahn Chum. This Prajahn Chum is the first scriptural teacher for him. So he very respect Prajahn Chum. So he want to pay visit and stay with Prajahn Chum for 3 months. So he decided to enter the rain retreat. Rain retreat means monk needs to stay 3 months in one place, here in this temple. So what happened in this temple is he had a chance to meditate. He realized that I have been a monk for 11 years. I had attained nothing. I was able to read the scripture as I wanted to. I have practiced meditation, but nothing happened. I still don't understand the true meaning of enlightenment, the meaning of the Dhamma. So he decided this Vassa or this rain retreat, I'm going to meditate. Okay? And hope to find the truth. Just like what happened to the Buddha in the past. So he meditated. Okay? He successfully. Okay? This time he was very successful in his meditation. He made a vow he will sit to death if he will not attain anything. But this technique, Luang Pi will not recommend you to do that. Okay? No need to do that. You are here to sabai, okay? And he heard the word Majjhima Patipatha, okay, during his meditation, okay, which is the middle way. When he closed his eyes, what should I do next? And then all of a sudden this word, appeared. He heard the sound of Majjhima Patipatha or the middle way. Okay. It is so hard like this. This is why no one else could manage to achieve it. Sensation, memory, thought, and cognition must be unified to one spot. Okay. Once the mind is still, it ceases to be. Once it ceases to be, the new one arises. It's very certain of what he found. That's why not many people have experienced that, because it's so refined. We don't even know it exists. We don't even know what the Buddha mean by the middle way, what the Buddha mean by attainment, the Dhamma, what is mean by realization, the truth of life. Okay, so he get to this point, and then just like the Buddha did, he reflect on what he found, and before he go teach people, the Luang Pu also did the same thing. And then he went out and teach people, and he was surprised that people can achieve what he achieved, can see what he saw. Okay, so that gave him confidence to teach more people. Okay, so his life journey moved on to go teach people, and eventually he became the abbot of Wat Pak Nam. Okay, and Luang Pu started teaching the Dharmakaya meditation. Okay, and he was a very strict Buddhist monk. Okay, he never missed the chanting, he never missed the meditation. He observed precepts strictly. Okay, and he took care of everyone who paid visit to the temple. including monks, novice, and nun in the temple as well. One thing that he did, okay, that I never found that anyone, any monastic in Thailand have this kind of activity or do something like this. This is called the meditation workshop. Okay, the place that designed for the advanced meditator to meditate. A person who can enter this meditation workshop has to at least attend the Dharmakaya. Otherwise, you're not allowed to go in. There are two groups of people. On this side is nun. On this side is monk and novice. Luang Pu will sit in between, so he see both of them. He can give instruction, but monk and nun cannot see each other. Okay, nothing fancy. It's just like the wooden, rotten house back then. And during that time is the time of the World War II, 1939. That's the time of the World War II. So Luang Pu start doing some research about Dhammakaya meditation. Okay, there's a lot of story about what happened on back then, and when the time that there's the bomb in Bangkok, and there's a lot of miracle story happened from Wat Pak Nam, from the meditation workshop. Okay, for those of you who are curious on that route, enjoy yourself. And one day, okay, there was a guy from England, the first foreigner. It is said the first foreigner who ordained in Theravada Buddhism in Thailand happened to be this person. I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but that's mentioned somewhere in the book I read. Mr. William, he's a professor. He came from England and he ordained in Wat Pak Nam. Luang Pu was very happy. He had hope that one day Vijja Dhammakaya would be, spread all around the world, that people can learn and achieve what he achieved. Okay, he was very happy. So Monk William went back to England and he shared the story of what happened in Bangkok, and then 4 more foreigners came and become a monk in Wat Pak Nam. Okay, but back then, not many people speak English. That's why those foreign monks don't last long. Later on, they disrobe. They go somewhere. Okay, and I didn't know I have to take this job to ordain foreigner. Maybe it's my destiny. I don't know. But once I saw this picture, I feel like, wow, this is important. Okay, to give foreigner a chance to become a monk, to learn the simple life toward the monastic lifestyle. So, and he mentioned that in 1954, he said, within the next 5 years, I will be gone. He officially announced, sent a message to everyone in Wat Pak Nam, I'm going to be gone in the next 5 years. If you have any question, doubt, I'm here. Okay, he still continued his routine of teaching people, teaching Dhammakaya meditation. So he passed away in 1959 at the age of 74. And Luang Pu told Kun Yai to stay here, don't go anywhere. The successor will come. Someone will come and learn from you. So everything that, I don't know if I can say everything, but whatever I teach you, you stay here. Someone will come and learn from you. That's what he told Kun Yai to stay in Wat Pak Nam. Okay, this is Wat Pak Nam. His body is still there, okay, in the golden coffin over there. So feel free to pay respect to Luang Pu body at Wat Pak Nam and make a wish. Okay, so monthly I take all international monks to Wat Pak Nam. We release the fish in the morning, and in the afternoon we go to Wat Pak Nam to meditate and pay respect to the body. That's what we've been doing every month, and we love it. Okay, when you meditate there in front of Luang Pu body, this is a different energy. Different energy. I don't know how to explain. You have to be there by yourself. Okay. So there are 2 missions that he gave to Kun Yai. Okay. The first one, practice advanced meditation. Okay. There will be more people and learn from you. Come and learn from you. And the second one, okay, please pass on this knowledge, introducing Dhammakaya meditation to the entire world. This was order. Okay, before he passed away to Kun Yai. Kun Yai have no idea, okay, until she met Luang Pu Thanajayo. So this is something that Luang Pi kind of digest on my own and put things together. I hope it makes sense to you. Okay, the Buddha mentions, he emphasized that what he found, okay, is the way to liberate oneself and free from suffering. Okay, and he concludes that there is no happiness surpasses peace of mind. Remember, he was born prince. He had everything that a man can have: money, power, fame, education. He had them all. But his conclusion after enlightenment, he said, no happiness can compare to what I found, what I have achieved now. This is very deep. This is, to me, is very deep. But peace of mind, or the perfect peace that mentioned in the text, the thing is, there is no clear explanation in any page of the text of what it is and how to attain it. And that's the thing. Until Luang Pu, after his long year of doing research, he came up with the conclusion that the peace of mind is the mind being still. And when your mind being still, you will find happiness or bliss. And that is called success. This is his conclusion. So he teaches people how to still the mind through the 7 base of the mind: base 1, base 2, base 3, base 7, until, according to this picture. This is how he teaches. But my question to you is, if you read this sentence, stillness is the key to success for the first time in your life, what it means by stillness? How do we still the mind? There's still a question, right? How to still the mind? And then we become successful in our meditation practice. Luang Por Thanajayo elaborated a little bit more to make it easier for us to practice. He says stillness is sati and sabai. So when you have sati, when you have sabai, then your mind still, then you'll be happy. And what happened after that? You attain Dharmakaya. This is the end. But during that journey, you will for sure attain inner peace. And that is why it's called the Dharmakaya meditation. Okay, hope that makes sense to you. In Thailand, there are 3 temples that teach people to attain Dharmakaya or Dharmakaya meditation. The first temple, of course, Wat Pak Nam. Okay, Wat Pak Nam, where Luang Pu was there. And the second temple is the Dharmakaya temple. Okay. Guess what? The third temple, you may not be familiar with the name. It's the name of Luang Pu. The temple used the name of Luang Pu. The temple name is Wat Luang Pu Sodh Candasaro in Ratchaburi. They also teach Dharmakaya meditation. 3 places in Thailand. And here we go. For the first time ever, okay, last year in May, the temple started to provide the meditation retreat under the name of Dharmakaya meditation retreat for the first time. And this is the 4th batch of DMR. Dharmakaya meditation. You see there, before we get to here, there's a lot of things happening. And this is the book that I found, okay, written by another temple. Okay, it gives detailed explanation in English, the heart of the Dharmakaya meditation, based on the teaching of the most venerable จ้าคุณ Phramongkolthepmuni, or Luang Pu Wat Pak Nam. Okay, we don't have many resources in English. Okay, so to me this is very useful. Okay, for those of you interested, you can check it out. And he told Kun Yai, don't go anywhere, don't leave Wat Pak Nam. One day the successor from Singburi will come to you. He will find you. He has a bright, radiant look, and he will build a temple that doesn't look like a temple. He will build a temple that doesn't look like a temple. And people will be able to understand it is the sanctuary for meditators around the world. That's what Luang Pu said. And look at what Dharmakaya today. Honestly, when I first got to the temple, when I was 18, I don't feel it's a temple. It looked like a church to me, a Christian church. Because usually the typical Thai temple would build the similar style with the beautiful, colorful temple, like the red roof and the blue and a lot of ornaments, But Dharmakaya temple is different, okay? And there is a reason for that. So the more I get to know the master's story, the more I get to know the story of Luang Pu, Khun Yai, and Luang Por, the more I feel grateful for this lifetime that I have found them and have be able to be a part of this spiritual journey to help, people to be able to have access to this kind of knowledge. So I went 10 minutes over, sorry for that. So with that, I'm done for tonight. We will continue tomorrow about the story of Khun Yai and Luang Por Thanajayo. Hope everyone have a good night, and please sleep well in the sea of merit.